Hello, and a very happy new year to you, wherever you are watching me from. I'm actually based in France, specifically in Paris, and I'm more than glad to record today's podcast on the 1st of January 2024, which marks the beginning of yet another year. So, in today's special video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do when she decides to cancel a date at the very last minute, okay? Welcome to Minikun Levity. So it doesn't really matter whether she cancels the date at the very last minute or she cancels the date 5 hours before the planned time or she cancels the date an hour before, 4 hours, 10 hours. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that she just decided to cancel the date for whatever weird reason, okay? Sometimes she might have a genuine reason. We all flake, okay? We all cancel or fail to honor events for several reasons, okay? Sometimes because of unforeseen urgent circumstances, we might not be able to honor our meetings, okay? And that is very, very understandable in even the ordinary life as well as in the dating life, okay? So I'm not saying if this person just if this person fails to honor our date or to honor our meeting, we should just judge her, okay, or we should just judge him. That's not what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You should not judge him because it goes both ways. Sometimes too, it could be a guy flaking on a girl, you know. So, but me as a guy, I learned it the hard way, and that's why I've decided to share with you what I've learned and how I've been able to overcome it, and how you can also apply it and achieve similar results, if not better results. Okay. So I kept on using the word flake. Okay. It's just to tell you that it's not just about setting up a date. Okay. So it could be that you already been in a relationship with this particular girl, but this girl is just a flaky kind of girl, meaning that she just she's always just gonna cancel events. Okay, I don't mean cancel events, but she's always just not gonna show up for your meetings. She's not gonna show up for anything at all that you planned. Okay, so if you plan to meet at, I don't know, for whatever reason, whether you plan to see each other, you plan whatever you plan to do, all of a sudden she will just come up with a weird reason, not to see you, or sometimes she just kind of tries to pull back. Okay, that is part of flaking. So usually you were supposed to see each other regularly. She just starts to pull away. All that is part of flaking. So you could be in a relationship with her already, and she's kind of playing these games. She's simply manipulating you. I'm going to tell you why she's doing that, but sometimes she could have genuine reasons why she's doing what she's doing. But the key point here, or I'll be laying emphasis on a girl counseling, probably your first date, or maybe your second or your third date, but especially your first date is what is much or more painful, right? That's why I'm going to lay emphasis on that. Now, whether you are already in a relationship with a girl and she's a flaky kind of girl, or you're even trying to set up your very first date, that is to say, just want to have the very first opportunity to see each other, to see whether you both actually have chemistry and you can actually start something, and then she's not even making it up for the first date. So this video will tell you what exactly you should do if you have such a flaky kind of girl. All right. Now, before I actually tell you my own story, like what led me to making this particular video, I would like to tell you these three things. Okay. Number one, you have to you must learn this particular life lesson that you are in charge of your own life, okay? And for that matter, you are in charge of your own happiness. What that means is that any other person other than you, not even your parents, not even your relatives, not even your mom, not even your dad, not even your friend, not even your this particular girl that you're trying to bring into your life is ever going to make you happy unless you decide to do what it takes to be happy. Okay, to be happy, you need to cultivate something within you that flourishes forever. Okay, something within you that lights up your world, something within you that is intangible. It's not about money, it's not about, of course, money and all other stuffs actually help in what making you happy because when you have fewer problems like financial issues because with money you can at least solve majority of your problems, so that could enhance happiness but that doesn't give you happiness. That's what I'm trying to let you understand. But so just I just use money as an example, but you should also understand that any person at all cannot give you happiness, but your happiness must come from within, and that happiness must come from, or let's say usually comes from that pure and eternal happiness usually come from what, in my case I would say positivity. Okay, now when you have good energy, okay, when you have positive energy, you know you have that kind of positive, when you have that positive force within you, it's all about you have the determination to stay alive, the determination to flourish, the determination to glow, the determination to just shine bright and bright and bright and brighter, to the extent that whether or not external peers, honestly I don't want to say external peers, excuse me for my choice of words, but whether or not any second or third party is going to bring something into your life to enhance your happiness, whether that enhancement comes or not, you are forever determined to channel your own path. You are independent. Okay. So this is what you have to note, that the first thing you have to note is that you are in charge of your own happiness. So if a girl decides not to make it up for you, it's okay. After all, you are independent, and after all, she was just going to be like I don't know what to say. She was just going to bring. I mean, she I don't know how to put it. She was not just she wasn't going. You already had your happiness, and she was just going to come and enhance it if she could, or if she could bring something else. Like she was going to enhance it, but she wasn't going to be, and she will never be your source of happiness. That is a fact. So you have to keep this at the back of your mind. Now, the second thing that you have to also note is that when a girl flakes on you, especially for the first date or for whatever reason, okay, or even if you're already dating and she flakes on you, it is a great opportunity for you to actually what, save your money, because you were probably to go on a date and you were going to buy something because you are the guy and you are most likely going to be the one that will foot the bill. So you are going, it's a great opportunity for you to save your money, your time, your energy, and especially restore your focus on what is important, what really matters. Okay. Not to say meeting a girl what doesn't matter, because it's very important, to raise children, I mean, to mate, you have to meet somebody. We all want to get laid, and all of that, I understand. But the truth of the matter is that we live in a world whereby it's actually, you know, I don't know how to put it. It's actually the creme de la creme, as they usually put it, like men of high status, you know, they actually have the upper hand in the dating market, okay? Or people with very better looks, okay? People that are uh, had a well standards, okay, or view about handsomeness and beauty is so ridiculously unfair, but you have to accept reality for what it is. Just like if a girl refuses you for because of your height, saying maybe you are short. I mean, if you don't apply what I'm telling you, that is going to break you. So that gives you a clue that sometimes when girls flake on you, it simply shows what lack of interest or low interest, and that is why they are not making up to you. They wouldn't treat you. I mean, they wouldn't have treated you that much badly if they were so much interested in you. They wouldn't treat other guys that they are really into that way. So you keep asking yourself, why not me? Like, why would you treat me that way? No, you don't have to ask yourself. What you should understand is that you should have what? And that brings us to the third point. You should have self-love. Loving yourself here is not about just saying it, okay? But it's about you appreciating yourself for the greatness that you have, and even for your negatives and your flaws. You accepting all of that and constantly striving to improve and to be a better version of yourself. Okay, so that self love will always stay forever with you because any of these people, even if you were trying to meet this girl for the first day, even if you had opportunity to meet her, but she was probably going to still flake on you some other day or going to hurt your happiness or your whatever. One day she was definitely going to do it, you know. And like in every relationship, things always soar up, but self-love would always stay. Even when you are down, self-love will always pick you up. Why? What is self-love? In my simple terms, self-love is simply what? Self-consciousness, self-awareness, self-acceptance, okay? And the willingness to improve upon oneself, not to impress others, but for your own self, for your own good, and especially in order to be able to affect others positively. That is what we call self-love, in my opinion, and that makes you unbreakable, okay? Because what you should understand is that, and that would bring us now to why do girls flake, be it for the first date or even if you're already in a relationship with her? Why would she do that? So the first point I would say is that she's simply having low interest or she's not even interested at all in you in the first place. So whatever the case is, I mean, what you should understand is that just you yourself, be fair in this life. Are you interested in everybody? No. Would you like to be friends with everybody? No. There are people that you don't just match. And you have to accept that. But that doesn't mean you cannot be friends with other people. The way she treated you doesn't mean every other girl is going to treat you the same way, right? So sometimes you have to open your eyes and you have to be wise and smart. When you are going to the dating world, you have to ask yourself this question, okay? And that is where if you don't ask yourself these questions, you may end up what losing your key to happiness, okay? And when you just be doomed, you'll be chasing, I mean, you'll be chasing the unchaseable, you know? So just make sure that uh, I mean, if she has no interest for you, you cannot raise her interest. I don't care what people say. You can try to raise her interest. You don't have to raise her interest. You cannot pretend to be somebody that you are not. You just have to show yourself for who you are. And I guarantee you that you will definitely meet somebody that would love you for who you are. And then one thing that you have to notice that, like I said, it actually skipped my mind. What I wanted to say was that when you are going to the dating world, don't just be looking at body, okay, like booty or whatever that they call it. Don't be looking at butt and breast or whatever. Actually, try to see beyond, the physical looks. Okay, probably this girl was very, it was just your type physically. But now, these things that you are now discovering about her, her flaky attitude, simply shows something very, very disgusting about her character. Okay, and what you should put out of your back of your mind is that, I mean, the mere sleeping with a girl is just like, it's not different from masturbation. You can argue that out. I'm not saying they are the same, but what I want you to understand is that if it's just a mere act of, having an affair, it's equal to just what? Masturbating, because at the end of the day, you're going to get some relief. Okay. Of course, I'm not trying to equate the two, and that's not my interest of this video. But what I'm just raising this point to let you understand that there is something that goes beyond just what? This act, this act of wanting to get laid. There's something that goes, because if you are looking forward to building a long-term relationship, you should be able to see beyond that. Now, if a girl flakes on you, it simply means that this girl hasn't got those extra qualities that can actually bond you together on the longer run. So it's a great opportunity for you to just what? Cut it off and then look for somebody that can treat you much better and that can actually bring these qualities, or that actually has these qualities, that with whom you can actually what? Build a long and happy relationship. Okay, so that's what I have to say. It's simply that she has no interest in you, or she has low interest. You don't have to try raising her interest. Okay. Now, the other reason that I could give is what? Is that some people are just evil, sorry to say. Okay, they just want to hurt you. Some people, some girls are actually jealous of men. Okay, sometimes you've kept in a lot of work. Okay, you've kept in a lot of work to achieve your status, to improve your looks, to just better your life, right? And now you are inviting somebody into your life, okay? And you're actually a responsible man. Despite all these uh, good or whatever qualities that you have around you, she just refuses to see it, or she has seen it, but just decides that I'm gonna what? Break you. I'm gonna break your confidence. I'm gonna destroy you and let you look as if it's like you're not worth it, even though I know you're worth it. But don't bother think, or don't think like is you can win me with all that you have. That's pure jealousy and that's pure evil. So she has seen the greatness in you, but she's trying to destroy you and to break you and to bring you down to her level. All right. Why would she be acting this way? She's acting this way simply because her conscience is telling her that she hasn't got what it takes. She doesn't deserve you. That's what that means. So because she doesn't deserve you, she has to what? To fight you. Like Nas said, people uh, hate what they can't conquer, okay? Or is it that people hate what they don't understand? You know? So that is how it is. And you have to accept what it is. So the first reason is simply that she has low interest. The second reason could be that she's just being evil, and that is to say she's manipulating you, okay? And the, and so this is a control game. Okay, she's trying to manipulate you and bring you down, denigrate you, so that she can what control you. All right. So why would she want to control you? She want to control you for material stuff, and for her selfish interest, so that you could be a puppet, and then she can actually do whatever that she wants to do, get your money, get your time, your attention, drain you, and leave you dead. That's what that means. And one thing that you have to note is that wherever your energy goes, that is wherever your attention goes, that's where your energy goes. So when we talk about energy here, we're talking about your money, we're talking about your your whatever, all your resources, your time, wherever your focus goes, your time is gonna go there, your money is gonna go there, your energy is gonna go there, everything of yours is gonna go there. Now, what that means is that you're not gonna be productive anymore, and you will be what swayed away from your purpose and the things that actually give you joy. So now, having heard all that I've told you, let's move on to the exact topic. Okay. Now, I'm gonna give you, after just narrating my story to you, I think I've already talked a lot to encourage and to motivate you to lift yourself up and to become and continue to be the greater and better version of yourself. Okay. Now, before I actually give you the solutions to the problem of these flaking issues, I want to use my own personal story. Okay. And then from that, you get some enlightenment before I actually give you the actual solution. So in my case, what happened was that on the 18th of May 2023, so that was Thursday, okay. Thursday, I'm actually on a dating app, okay, and then called Mythic, okay. So it's a very known dating app here in France. And I met this girl that you know, I kind of liked her, and honestly, I liked her. I kind of, and I just matched her, and messaged her, and then she replied, and everything was going on smoothly, right? So the plan was that, so let me just take it step by step. So on the 18th, we met, everything was going on smoothly, we had a great conversation, and then on so on the 19th, that was Friday, I just asked her which day she was always available, like in a week. So maybe we could meet somewhere in Paris because we both live in Paris, right? To have, let's say, lunch. So and then she suggested that okay, she actually would like us to have lunch on Sunday, right? So and Sunday at, let's say, 12:30, okay. But unfortunately for me, I was not gonna make it 12:30, okay, because I had other things planned. So I was like, we quite not make it, let's say, um, why not make it, let's say, 5 p.m. Okay, I know that's not lunch, but 5 p.m. will be when I will be available. So I try to be as flexible as possible. And when I said like, could we make it at 5 p.m., she wasn't cool with 5 p.m. on Sunday, so she rather suggested what Monday. Okay, so she said she would like to she also enjoys lunch Monday, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, I then asked, would you want us to have lunch on Monday still at 12:30? That is noon, or do you have maybe because I'm actually available on Monday, the whole of the Monday. So, and she was like, I did not get. So when I asked that particular question, that was on the 19th, she ghosted me for the rest of the night. Okay. So she ghosted me. She usually comes online at around 11 midnight. I understand everybody's busy, so I don't expect people to log into the dating app like just to respond to my message, right? So she ghosted me for the rest of the night when I asked her whether she still wanted us to meet at 12:30 on Monday. Because for Sunday, she was available at 12:30, or she was going to be available at 12:30, while I was going to be available at 5 p.m. And then she suggested, so to me it was all good because she actually showed that she was interested in me. When she was interested in meeting me, that's why she gave what alternatives. So she was like, okay, Monday. And I was trying to know Monday at what time. And she ghosted me for the rest of the night, which is perfect. Probably she was going to think about it. That is okay. I have no problems with that. Though that wouldn't be, it would just be rude to ignore me. You could have told me, okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep you posted. I'm gonna tell you the time or whatever. That, that was, but we just take it for what it is, you know. And then what happened was that finally so she ghosted me for the rest of the night, and then the following day, that was on Friday at around 12. I just couldn't in the afternoon. I just couldn't understand why. Everything was just going smoothly, and I just asked you a question: would you still want us to have lunch on Monday at 12:30? Maybe you just ignored me, and I could see her online for the rest of the night till the following day. So, well, so from that point, I just felt like, let me just tell this girl my intentions, like, what really do I need from her? And just to see, so I just ignored the whole point of meeting her. Again, I did not ask her, trying to insist or trying to, no, I wasn't interested in getting to hear her response again regarding at what time we're going to meet because, like I said, I have made up my mind that, you just come in as have my life going on and you come in to be part of that. You come in to have a taste of my blessings, right? So it's not like I need you. I don't know how to put it. Should I say I want you but I don't need you, you know? And she too should be in the same position. It's not like she too has her life, so it's like it's a collaboration. So if you don't want us to collaborate, it's not a must. You just have your life, I have mine. But I'll get somebody that's willing to collaborate. That's it. So what happened was that I just told her clearly what I needed from her. Like, you know, I'm looking for a relationship, like serious relationship that would lead to raising a family, blah 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 blah. So I made my ambitions clear to her. And as soon as I sent that particular message in about an hour, I got a reply then saying, you know what, she also need all those stuffs, and then we'll see how it goes. And then she actually told me that, by the way, we could actually have lunch on what Saturday. So instead of Monday, as we're planning, we could actually have lunch on Saturday. She did not ask, will you be available on Saturday? But she just said, by the way, we can actually have lunch on Saturday. She mustn't ask me, but that was like a proposal, right? But it also came across, or it also seemed as if, I also interpreted this as if she was now the one inviting me for lunch. But I still, as a man or as the one that actually initiated it, I still, yeah, and I was actually available on Saturday she did not say lunch on Saturday, but it was actually dinner. So, and since I'm always available in the evening, so I was like, cool, that's okay. Now on Saturday, which is what? Saturday, which is actually the 21st of May, even the night before, okay, the night before I think after we had talked about everything, she was like, "Oh, you come and take me," and blah blah blah. And then we had already decided on the venue and everything. Now on um that same night, just before we went to bed, I said good night, and she never replied. Okay, so after we scheduled our meeting and blah 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 for the restaurant and blah blah blah, I said good night. She never replied. It could be that she slept off. That wasn't a problem. I still assumed, these are red flags, but you still assume that, you don't just have to be, you just cut her some slack, right? And then the following day, so when I said good night, she never replied. And on Friday night, she never replied. And on Saturday, when we're supposed to meet, I didn't hear from her throughout the day. So usually, if somebody wishes you good night the night before, you were even asleep, when you wake up, you at least say hi or good morning or whatever, slept or whatever. She never said anything. So until we're actually going to meet, she actually invited me to come to and take her from her place to where we're to go, right? To the particular restaurant that we decided to go. So as to whether I was going to go into her house, she suggested that I should come and take her. Okay. So as to whether I was to get to her place, her house, or I was just going to meet her somewhere around, whatever that the case is. So, but she said I should come and take her. So I was like, what is your address? She was like, I'm going to tell you my address the following day. So even the following, like on Saturday, throughout the day, she never told me her address. And then finally, at around, and she never even just said anything about meeting. But that's normal. I have to still talk, right? So what happened was that, but we had already planned, so there's no need saying we don't have to. If we should continue talking, then what will we talk on the date, right? When we go on date, what will we actually discuss if we keep talking, right? That's why we actually want to come and see each other, and we already fixed everything. So I waited till around I was actually to meet her at 7 p.m. So at around 6, I just decided to text her and say, "Oh, hi, how's your day? I'm actually about to take my bath and I'll be seeing you in about, let's say, and then just head on to your place or whatever." And then she took like 30 minutes, came and replied and said, "You know what? I'm so sorry, but somebody just messed up my day and I'll be coming back home very late and we'll not be able to make it today. Can we make it on," she said, "on Wednesday for lunch?" So, and I was like, okay. Now, first of all, I suggested that what we meet for lunch, and we couldn't because I wasn't available at the time that you proposed. You weren't also available at the time that I proposed, right? Now we shifted it to dinner. So, and dinner too, what happened with dinner? With dinner, but fine, you simply give another, like you switch to something else, right? And then, so, let me not narrate and stress the problem, let me not get too into it. But finally, so she was like, something just came up and then she couldn't make it, right? So now let me tell you what I told her. What I actually told her was that, let me try and tell you what I said. I just said, you know what? No worries. Unfortunately, I will not be available on Wednesday for lunch, okay, because of work, of course. But please let me know, or I just said, let me know. Um, I just said she should what simply figure out a schedule and then let me know so that we can actually what um make it happen, right? So what I've actually done is that I've actually asked her, so now she has to do the pursuing. I cannot make it on Wednesday, and it's actually true that I cannot make it on Wednesday. However, she should figure out her schedule and then let me know so that I would invite her to my place for dinner. That's what I told her. So what happens is that inviting her to my place, I'm trying to tell her that I had planned to take you to a restaurant, and unfortunately you couldn't make it, and you did not do it. If you had told me the day before, that would have been better. Or like throughout the day, you could have told me maybe 5 hours before the date. But you actually allowed me to prepare till an hour before the date. Don't disclose to me that. And you do not even disclose to me by yourself until I texted you. Which means, how was it going to be if prior to an hour, I had, like, it's just weird. If I had not texted you, were you still going to inform me? I don't know about any of that. But long story short, I said, let me know when you figure out your schedule. Unfortunately, I cannot make it on Wednesday, and I truly cannot make it for lunch. But let me know so that I will invite you to my place for dinner because I'm always available in the evening. So the purpose of telling her this is to let her understand that instead of the dream of taking you to your favorite restaurant that you suggested, actually, I was supposed to decide where am I do I want to take you, right? Or is that you're going to pay? I don't know why she decided to select that particular restaurant. But now you are still flaking on me, so I'm like, okay, no problem. When you are ready, come to my place for dinner. So, but that may also freeze her up. She may feel like, that may be a little bit, I don't know what to say. She may feel like, okay, um, we are to meet for the first time, maybe coming to my house. That may scare the hell out of her. She may feel like she may not be fine coming to my house because she might like. So I also gave her, cut her some slack by saying, okay, um, let me know when you are free. Okay, like when you figure out your schedule. I cannot make it on Wednesday, but let me know when you figure out your schedule. Let me know so I can invite you for dinner because I'm always available in the evening. But if you feel like you'll not be comfortable coming over to my place for dinner, in that case, we could still go to that restaurant or any other place, or especially a restaurant or cafe or wherever, where you can actually make it happen. So I understand she's quite a busy person from I understand, and I'm not trying to just conclude that she's actually deliberately doing this, though whatever the reason is, but from the story that I've narrated, you realize that though she was very, very much interested, it could be that she's testing me. So this brings us to the final reason why a girl may flake on you. So I've given you the solution, but why a girl may flake on you, I said it could be that she has low interest, it could be that she just people are trying to manipulate you. But the final reason could be that she simply want um the final reason could be that she's actually testing you, okay? She's trying to test you to see how would you react if things don't go well, how would you react? So to conclude, what you should do in such a flaky situation, okay, when a girl flakes on you, be it on the first date or whatever, is to make sure that you stay positive. What you should understand is that you have the choice, the ultimate choice to remain in your whatever, your energy level. Okay. You should not go down to a lower energy level. And you should not go if you want you keep on raising your energy, but you should not go onto a lower energy level simply because of somebody's actions or inactions. Okay. So you should just make sure so you should make sure that throughout the process you remain positive. Not to say you should accept what she's telling you, but you should make sure that you throw the ball back to her. The ball is in her court and she decides to do whatever she wants to do with it. Meaning, I'm open if you are ever willing to come and collaborate with me. But if you aren't, I'm still fine. And I'm not going to sit down and wait for you. As soon as you're not able to make it for the first date or whatever, I'm just going to halt it there. I'm just going to start reaching out to the billion other women. And I'm very, very sure that there's one of them that is going to treat me right. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped. Please subscribe.